Today I made the decision that I'm never canceling my United Airlines credit card. I'm somebody that only flies United Airlines a couple times every year, and I don't hold any sort of loyalty status with United. Just look at my flight history in the first 7 months of 2024. There's 5 trips listed here that were booked on United.com, but only 2 of them were flown with United Airlines. The others were booked with United points that I earned from my United credit card. And with my loyalty status, I am not going to get Premier Silver, which is the first step in the loyalty program. You have to have a certain amount of dollars spent with them and flights flown, and I don't look like I'm gonna meet that criteria. But I still find value in my United Airlines credit card because it gives me more value than the annual fee every year. In fact, there are 5 reasons why I'm keeping this card open. I have the United Business Card, which just worked for me in my situation at the time I applied for the card, but there are 6 cards to go over very quickly to see if any of them might fit you. There are 4 United personal cards ranging from $0 annual fee up to $525. So we get started with the United Gateway card. This one is the no annual fee version, and it comes with a decent welcome offer for having no annual fee. And then there's the United Explorer card, which is going to be the most popular pick among most people. This is the card that they always advertise in the planes, and it comes with a $0 intro annual fee right now, and then it does have a $95 annual fee after that first year. And then we move over to the Quest card. This one is a $250 annual fee, and then to cap it off with the United Club Infinite card, $525 annual fee. And then on the business side, there is also the United Business Card, and that is the one that I currently hold. It says $0 intro annual fee for the first year, and then $99 after that. And then there is the United Club Business Card with a $450 annual fee. So the United Business Card made sense for my situation, and depending on what yours is, you could just look at this referral link that I do have in the description of this video, and then you can take a look at which card might make sense for you. Using my referral link is a perfect way to help support the channel at no additional cost to you. Just applying for a credit card and getting approved can get me some referral points that helps make this channel better. We can get into the 5 reasons why I am keeping my United Airlines credit card. And reason number 1, it all has to do with a story that I most recently experienced while flying home from Asia, and it's that this card has lower priced award tickets and more award availability. This is a huge one for me because, long story short, I was trying to book a last-minute business class flight home on a different airline, and it didn't work out, and I just had to go home the next day from Japan, and so I was able to go on United.com and book a normal priced flight home when I really had no other option. First, let me tell you how this perk works because it's not really explained on any of the United credit card pages. You can go into United.com and look for flights completely normally. I searched for a flight from Phoenix to San Francisco, a very basic route, and you'll see that certain days and certain flights have award availability opened up to card members. This one says 51% off for card members, so the flight would cost 15,000 miles, but I'm getting it for 7.4 thousand miles. This one does look normal because that is the usual price for that day, but if I don't want to fly at 7:50 p.m. and want to fly earlier in the day, well, I have this option to book a flight for 7.4 thousand miles. You can go over to the special member pricing that is listed here, and it says, as a valued Mileage Plus Chase card member, you're getting a lower rate. So if you don't have a United credit card, then you don't have access to this discounted rate. And that just opens up more award availability for me to find out which flights I want to take. And I don't necessarily have to be tied down to one specific time frame because there could be another flight that day that is offering the same price. So back to my story of how I was trying to find a last-minute flight home from Japan to my home airport of Phoenix. My page kind of looked very similar to this one. I wanted to fly from Tokyo, and of course there is going to have to be a layover at somewhere, and then we're going to Phoenix. And in this situation, the flights were actually really expensive if I didn't have a United Airlines credit card. Sometimes, like this one says 62,000 miles, this one says 92,000 miles, and this one also says 92,000 miles. But I was able to book one home for 55,000 miles in economy. Not the most fantastic deal ever, but when you're booking a last minute flight, it's nice to know that on United.com, when you have a United credit card, well, you can definitely be saving some miles there. Now on to reason number 2 on why I'm never canceling this card. I love the Star Alliance. The Star Alliance is made up of a ton of airlines all around the world. It is the largest airline alliance, and it rivals One World and SkyTeam. And Star Alliance, you can see on this page, is made up of all of these airlines listed here. The main ones are Air Canada, Avianca, United Airlines, Turkish Airlines, and this list is pretty large, and you might find one of the carriers that you've flown around the world at some point. In my most recent world trip, I used Star Alliance a ton. I was trying to fly from Nairobi, Kenya over to Seychelles, a small island country off the coast of Africa, and there were really only 2 options. It looked kind of like this. I could take Ethiopian Airlines with a layover in Addis Ababa in Ethiopia, or I could take Kenya Airways. But I wanted to go with Ethiopian because the timing of the flight just made more sense for me. I didn't want to arrive at 2:15 in the morning. And so I was like, okay, I guess a layover is fine. And I found that flight on United.com, and it was going to cost 17.5 thousand miles plus taxes and fees to make this happen. And you can see that they're offering this flight pretty much every single day of the week. And so I just booked this with United miles because Ethiopian Airlines is in the Star Alliance. Yes, I know that United Airlines might not always have the best priced flights out there, but in this situation, I loved it. I could fly from Kenya to Seychelles on an Ethiopian Airlines with my United Airlines card. I just rack up all the points in the USA and I can fly all around the world. And I was just playing around on United's website, and I actually found a really good business class deal from my home in Phoenix all the way to Nairobi. This one is 88,000 miles plus just a few dollars in taxes and fees, and I could have gone with a layover in Chicago and then through Ethiopia and then to Nairobi, Kenya. Yes, it's a long flight, but I mean, it's a 13.5-hour business class flight that I'm getting from Chicago to Ethiopia for just 88,000 miles. And yes, this is a mixed itinerary, but it's just the first one that I saw, and I wanted to tell you guys about that. So yes, of course it'll depend on your situation, but I just love flying Star Alliance because of all the airlines out there and how versatile United Airlines miles are on booking those carriers. Reason number 3 on why I'm never canceling my United card is that Chase is an easy transfer partner over to United. Now, of course, I don't necessarily need a United credit card for this, but I've already talked about how you can save a ton of United miles for having a credit card, and then if you pair your Chase Ultimate Rewards points with United Airlines, it just works perfectly. So I do have a ton of Chase cards that earn Ultimate Rewards points, and I earn the points really, really fast by earning welcome bonuses, by applying for new cards, and then I can transfer them out to a bunch of different partners, airlines and hotels, but one that I see myself transferring over my points to pretty often is United Airlines because of all the perks that I already get from them by holding their credit card. Of course, Air Canada Aeroplan, British Airways, Flying Blue, Virgin, and World of Hyatt, they're all solid transfer partners, but then when you add in United, it's just even better. And I do know that Bilt can also transfer over to United Airlines, but I don't rack up a ton of Bilt points, so it's hard to use them in that way. And then no other credit card issuer actually has United Airlines as a transfer partner, but that's okay with me because I earn a ton of Chase points from all the welcome bonuses I've been receiving. Reason number 4 doesn't have anything specific to do with the United credit card, but it's definitely a good reason to be more loyal to United. United does not charge any fees if you want to cancel or change your award booking. And I know that many other airlines in the United States, like American, Delta, and Southwest, they also don't charge for this, but it's still great that United doesn't charge anything as well. Because if you are more loyal to other airlines like Air Canada or most airlines around the world, if you book award tickets with them, well, you are going to have to pay some sort of fee to cancel that or change it. So United miles are so great to have around because you can book economy or business class flights. You can just find a good itinerary that you wouldn't mind taking. You can book that flight with United, and then you can start searching for other itineraries that may fit your needs the best, but you always have a solid backup as long as you have enough United miles to book that first flight. And if you don't mind taking that one, well, that's fantastic because you might not always find the perfect business class flight from another airline. Then my fifth reason why I'm not canceling my United Airlines card, and this is a credit card specific perk, I have 2 free lounge access passes every year with my United business card, and this also comes with the United Explorer card. I don't need to visit the United Club lounges very often because I also have other credit cards like the American Express Platinum card and the Capital One Venture X, so I can get into Centurion lounges, Escape lounges, Plaza Premium, Capital One lounges, and Priority Pass with those 2 credit cards. That's already a ton of lounges, but if I'm somewhere that doesn't have one of these lounges like Chicago O'Hare and Newark, New Jersey, and I'm flying on United, I can use my Club Lounge access passes to get in there. I haven't used this perk yet, but it's always nice to have it as a backup. I don't feel the need to sign up for the highest tiered United credit cards to have Club Lounge access every single time I'm flying United because of all the other lounge access I already have from those other credit cards. But it is nice to get 2 lounge passes every year. So if you travel on United just a little bit every year, it might make sense to pick up a United credit card. And like I said earlier, I do have referral links in the description if you want to check those out and potentially get approved for one of these United Airlines credit cards. And if you want to learn more about my specific card, the United Business Card, I did make a video right here of me applying for that and going into that card in more detail. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.